Andrew, thank you. The deadline to get FAFSA applications in is quickly approaching.
Students need to make sure tax returns are done and forms are submitted to make sure they have options for state and federal funded assistance. Brandt Brock joins us this morning. Welcome. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
You're a financial advisor, and I imagine a lot of the questions you get this time of year are about student financial aid.
They sure are. A lot of people are scrambling to get those forms filed and in before the deadline.
Which is March 15th.
That's right.
What's the biggest misconception that you come across as people are thinking, how am I going to pay for my child's college?
Well, as it relates to the FAFSA, one of the first things that I would encourage people to remember is to go ahead and file, even if you don't think that you're going to qualify for aid. And about 75% of the people don't qualify for aid. It still gets your information on file so that the school could review your situation if you have a significant change in your circumstances. For example, if someone is unemployed or there's a health issue that significantly changed their financial picture, that information is already on file and they can go back and review it and reconsider your application for aid.
Who qualifies for this financial aid?
Well, it's can be kind of tricky because it depends on the number of children that are in school, in college. One of my friends had quadruplets, so he would be expected to have 4 in school at the same time, and if he had a significant income, that gets divided by 4 and might reduce him in qualifying for aid. So it's dependent on the parent's income, the parent's assets, the student's income, and the student's assets. And those assets of the student and the income of the students are weighted heavier than the parents. So you might be inclined to want to spin those down, maybe to purchase the car or auto insurance and things like that to better qualify.
Oh, that's some good advice. Now, you mentioned only about 25% of those who apply qualify, but it's still important for everyone to fill out the form. So if 75% of us aren't getting money from the government, how are we expected to pay for college?
Well, don't forget that there's merit-based aid available too. So if you have a special talent, maybe in the sports area or in performing arts or academics, those are also available for scholarship capabilities or possibilities, or community service. So that's a whole area. You can also look to reduce your cost of school by potentially doing something like with the community college in the area. Those are usually less expensive. Recently, my wife went back to school or back to work, and so we've been able to increase our income. You could potentially reduce your expenses. I was talking with a friend at church just yesterday, and they've cut out one of their vehicles because he travels about half the time anyway. So
a lot of students taking out loans.
Right.
What are some of the pitfalls or things we need to know about?
Well, one of the biggest, from a standpoint that investing in your future is a worthwhile type of loan to take. However, you don't want it to get so big that your income expected from the degree that you might achieve isn't going to be able to reduce or pay off that debt over your working history. So be careful, don't overdo it, but it's not necessarily a bad investment to make.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on. Again, it's something that a lot of folks have to deal with right now as they're preparing for not just the fall, but the future as well.
Yeah, a lot of schools, even to qualify for scholarships, require that you've got this form filled out. You've got until March 15th, and we've made it really easy for you. For one thing, if you've got questions regarding the forms, here's a phone number, 270-1999. Also, we've got a link right now on our website to these forms where you can download them, get them filled out. Just go to our website and click on the Fox box.